So we're 1 month into the Rockbodies Fitness Challenge, and we have here with us the instructor, the drill master, Rock Kewley, putting a lot of pain down on the participants. And we have a doctor here as well, Mr. Brian Jaru. We'll start with you, Rocky.
Yes.
Are they on track?
They are on track so far. Especially Marcus. Marcus is doing exceptionally well. Donna, she's coming along. Is mostly for most participants or most people that my clientele, the mental aspect is what I need to get over. The negativity in terms of you can't do this, you're too fat or you're too small to gain weight. You know, that is the major challenge. And once I get them on track with that, everything else does flow.
What was the hardest challenge so far? I mean, you put them through different, we just covered 1 day per week.
Yes.
But you had them in the gym, you had them doing other things as well, you had them on this crazy diet plan.
Yes.
What is the hardest part so far?
I think the hardest part is the gym, because I mix it. I do a lot of resistance training with cardio. Honolulu was one of the major challenges. It was difficult. I'm the trainer, and I want to say this, but it was difficult for me and all. You know, but I think it was necessary because I want to show them that they can achieve something what somebody said them they can't do. You know, people even told me, Rocky, you going up Honolulu, you can't do it. I remember one of the participants, she couldn't sleep the night before. She was throwing up because of anxiety, because of family members, people who she trusts around her, tell her, don't do it, you can't do it, you'll die. You know, and being on top now, she realized, you know, hey, I did it. And also had a domino effect not only on her family, but also the nation, people who watching and seeing Marcus run up the Honolulu. He made it, you know. So it came out positive. It was challenging but positive.
Now, Dr. Jara, I want to bring you into the conversation here. What do you think is the importance of exercise in this day and age? What sort of scenarios are we facing in Trinidad and Tobago with obesity and those sort of statistics?
Yeah. Rocky and I were just having a little chat about that because you find now we have this concept of what they call the westernized diet, meaning it's a lot of fast food. You have working professionals who get up early in the morning and they don't have time to prepare their food as our grandparents and our parents would have. And because of that, you have a lot of pizza, you have all the franchises located all over Trinidad and Tobago. And because of that, people inevitably end up getting obese. And obesity is linked to all the, as we say, the lifestyle diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, the poor self-image, these kind of things. And it gets you in a very vicious cycle of, okay, I'll eat some fast food today, or I'll make some other poor dietary choices today. And, you know, it inevitably leads to all these things that, you know, that we thought was a disease of 50-year-old or 60-year-old will get diabetes. Now we're seeing it in those who are 20 years old, 15 years old, even before that, right? Simply because the dietary choices are very poor and we've become a little bit more accustomed to the sedentary type of lifestyle, right? We're not exercising as much. We're not doing a lot of mental work, or, you know, on ourselves, exercise, physical. Yeah.
So how do you manage that? Well, we're looking at we're doing an exercise program here.
Yeah.
Some of them that might be a little overweight might have concerns about the level of work output that they are putting into this sort of exercise program.
Yeah.
Are they under any danger or anything like that?
So again, it's tailored to the individual, right? What a gentleman who would be exercising for 20 years will be different for someone who's now going to start, right? So you try to take it, you know, from the point of view of this is the person that I'm seeing in front of me now. This is the patient that I have now. He's going to be different from the patient I'm going to see tomorrow or next week, right? So, you know, you could say, okay, let's try this with your diet. Let's try this with the exercise. You look like a person, maybe you could try a savanna for yourself, or maybe you could just try a couple of walks up and down, you know, your street or something like that. And then inevitably, if you continue with the diet, you continue with the exercise, you will all reach the one common goal, which is the weight loss and the reduction in all this risk, the lifestyle disease.
Now, Rocky, how have you been managing those two dynamics? I mean, having to understand the individual as well as you wanting to get them to achieve the results that would make them look better or perform better?
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I've studied anatomy and physiology in the university of West Indies with PTI course, the ISSC and the Max 7. So I understand diet and exercise. What I do as an elite personal trainer, I do an assessment. So I do your body fat percentage, your visceral fat, your subcutaneous fat, everything. And every 2 weeks, I do an over assessment to see if it's improving. So it's not just do this exercise, do the exercise. It's scientifically based. So I think that's the important part of it, because everyone is different. So what might work for these participants mightn't work for the person home. You know, so that's why I always emphasize on contacting me at 363-7410 and do an assessment and a consultation. If you have any medical issues, I will advise you go to a doctor, seek professional advice from a doctor before you participate in any physical activity, especially if you're pre-diabetic or hypertension or anything like that.
Now, Rocky, you feel any pressure at all to make these participants achieve the results?
Yes, I believe that it is a lot on me in terms of mentally, in terms of getting them into a place in the mind that they want to achieve this. Because I could only push them this far. I won't be with them for maybe an hour, 2 hours a day for the most. You know, they have the rest of the day for themselves. They could go and cheat. They could not follow the directions. They could not show up to exercise, and that is on them. But my job is to make them realize that they need to be credible to themselves. They're not doing this for me. They're doing this for their health, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And if they don't step up the game now, they will never step up. This is their chance now to make sure it happens. They need to show up for themselves. When you're on a plane, they put on your mask before you can put on somebody else's mask. So that's what I need them to do. I need them to show up for themselves, and then I could once the at risk, the hypertension go down or control, the risk of being a diabetic or the pre-diabetes go down, I'm comfortable with that. Weight loss is just a side effect of living a healthy lifestyle.
Now, doctor, could you tell us what are some of the common excuses that you get from people that enter your office when it's perhaps too late?
It's usually along the lines of, well, doc, they only put me on the medication. I was not really told that I was supposed to exercise. I thought I could continue eating and just take my medication, right? A lot of times you find people don't make a lot of time for themselves. It's a lot about output, what you do at work today, how much clients you see for the day, for example. People don't take care of themselves, both on a mental point of view and a physical point of view. And inevitably, both of them are intertwined. That if my mental health is in a proper place, or my physical health is in a proper place, you feel better about yourself, or you may be inclined to do a little weight loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, Rocky, we are 1 month in.
Yes.
Right. We have 2 more months to go.
Yes.
Do you think that they will accomplish their goals?
I'm 100% certain they would accomplish their goals, and surpass it. You know, I don't want to. But you see that guy on the screen right there, Marcus and Donna, they're working very hard. I believe. I mean, when Marcus ran into the people, they just shouted out, "Marcus, go, Rockbodies!" You know, so I believe Chance go supporting them. I believe they know that a lot of people at home depending on them they are motivated by them. So they know they have a heavy load on their shoulder. So I think we will surpass it.
So what do you have in store for them for the next 2 months, as far as you can look ahead?
I would like to do a lot of charity work. We have the Body 5K coming up. We have a few 5Ks coming up, so we want the Rockbodies team to be present. We have the Universal supporting us, Universal Nutrition. We have Ronnie Singh. We have Mikey from the Diet Fitness Club. We have a lot of support. We have Doctor here on our side. Any medical advice we need. So I believe we could do it. We also have some activities in the gym. You know, we do a lot of gym work, outdoors work. We have the Chancellor, we have the bamboo cathedral, we have the ball. That would be the grand one. The ball in Shagamas is for the military person that would be scared of. It's like about 2 to 3 hours to reach to the ball. and about 2.5 hours to come back, that is the grand one. That is the ultimate test.
Well, we'll be definitely covering you for that event. I will be going. I'm not sure if I'll be coming back, but we'll be right back. We have a big boxing event to talk about.